So this is Chris Lane. I'm at Metropolitan United Church in Toronto, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about registration on the organ. This is the largest organ in Canada, actually. A very large cassavant organ, which was built in Quebec and installed here at Metropolitan in 1930. And my impression is that it's pretty much remained unchanged since that point, except with the exception of an addition in the back of 7 new ranks in the late 90s, I believe. But the front organ is pretty much unchanged, and the style of organ building, particularly at that time in the first part of the 20th century, was one of making the organ be an orchestra. So with an organ like this, particularly, we have so many sets of pipes that are designed to mimic orchestral colors. And on this organ, there's even a division, a whole section of the instrument that is called the orchestral division. And in it, you can find not only your standard organ sounds like flutes or strings, but you can also find a plethora of color reeds. So we have a French horn, English horn, an orchestral oboe, a corno di bassetto, a clarinet essentially, a trombone, a bassoon, an orchestral trumpet, a tuba, and even a high-pitched tuba. And then some really stringy strings, which are not common on many organs. And then a lot of string color. And of course on the organ you can then take that color and make it louder, because all of those pipes live in a big box with shades on the side. So when I'm approaching an instrument like this and I want to set up a piece, this Elgar, which was on the CD that I made for ATMA and will play here tomorrow night, is an orchestral transcription. For a long time, that's how many people around the world actually heard orchestral music, because small cities couldn't usually support an orchestra. So this orchestral music would be played on the organ, and this piece in particular was actually transcribed for organ right from the outset from the publisher, so that it would have more kind of lasting popularity. So essentially, registration of the organ, in my mind, is essentially orchestrating a piece. And whether it's Bach or whether it's Elgar, that's what you're doing, is you're orchestrating and using the organ in that way. And so I just go searching for the sounds that I want. It's really that simple. And you can combine them however you like. And I kind of have what I want to hear in my head, and then I try to find it the best I can. So on this organ, we have this little lick here at the beginning. Now you could play that on any different colors, but like I play it down here, and it has the Stettner phone kind of coupled in, which is a very, very loud principal sound. So that kind of gives it just a little bit of immediacy down here. And then I play with a little bit more clarity up here. And then I want to add a little bit more, so I'm just going to actually just add the swell trumpet at this point. Kind of like a pum at the end, and so for that, I feel like it needs just a little bit more pedal. So I'm hitting a pedal piston here, which is adding just a few stops, including the lowest pipes on the organ, the 32-foot double open. So just for that little pump, and then we move to the next sound, and that is not right. There we go.